Danny Gaselli.
So this morning, woke up super early. And what do you do when you wake up super early and you can't go back to sleep as an adult in 2026? You scroll on social media, right? So I found this video. We've heard independent women, but what about independent men?
A working husband comes home to a cooked meal and a working wife comes home to cook the meal. The phrase independent men does not exist because men have not yet broken free from their dependence on women.
What do you think of that? Does the term exist? If you're a man, would you describe yourself as an independent man? If you're a lady, do you know independent men? And what does independence actually mean in 2026? I feel that this could spark somewhat of a debate. Would love to hear your opinion today.
Hi, Danny, Cyril Basker, comedian and MC from Durban. Danny, I would not consider myself an independent man. Being married, I operate so much more better when I coexist with my wife than if I existed on my own. Also, too, if you really look at it, we can live without money, but you can't live without people. So independence talks about you being on your own, yourself, and you cannot coexist on your own. And the greatest thing we'll ever experience in this life is to be loved. And having people is the only way you can be loved.
Yeah, we've heard so many really interesting opinions already. More to play you before 2 o'clock, by the way. Some of you say it's someone who pays his own way. It's 2026. Surely it's more than that. We had a message here. There's no name attached, unfortunately. But he says, and I'm assuming it's a he. He says, I earn 80% of the household income. I get home at 6 p.m. I expect my wife to cook for me and to have the house clean. That still makes me an independent man. What's your take on this?
Hi, Danny. Yeah, on your topic, I've definitely got an independent man. I work and I come home every night to a cooked meal. The washing is done during the week. Weekend is just my spring cleaning time. So yes, I think the phrase does exist. Independent men are out there. 2026.
I've got a bunch of friends, and honestly, men goes home and they also cook meals. My friends that I've got, they assist their wives cleaning the house, making dinner. It's a joint thing these days. There's nothing about independence whatsoever. I can be independent if I have to. I'm the breadwinner in my marriage, and my wife is a stay-at-home wife, and I still even cook dinner when I get home from work because I like doing it. I assist sometimes standing up early to do cleaning up the house, especially at the weekend. We don't have the maid over to clean up. But besides that, I don't think there's too many people or guys that I still know that demands getting home there must be a cooked meal when his wife is also working. It's a joint venture. It's a thing that you work together with. So yeah, it's a big debate. I suppose there's some guys still, but nevertheless, just my opinion.
Yeah, and it's a great opinion.
Hi guys, it's Joe here. I just want to say I'm a single dad, right? And I'm very quite independent, and believe you me, what a woman can do, I can do much, much, much better, mate. Have a lovely week, East Coasters.
I come from a family of 4 men. We all can cook, clean, and do stuff for ourselves. So men are independent. And to be honest, nowadays, it's more often to find men cooking than young women.
You know what? An independent man in 2026 should be home with his apron on, his bra tongs, braing every night so his wife doesn't have to cook.
What is your take on this? Where do you stand? How does it work in your household? Let's talk about you being independent.
Hi guys, I am a single dad. I have 2 really small kids and a disability. I take care of both my kids with everything.
Hi Danny, it's Sam Boja from the Bluff. So an independent man by definition would be my husband, because I stay away for work often every single month, and my husband runs the entire household when it comes to taking care of the boys, when it comes to getting them ready for school, dropping them off, doing their homework. He can live without me, I would say, and that's what makes him an independent man.
What's up, Butti? I agree with some people. There are independent men out there, and there are still definitely 2026 some men available, including myself. Laugh, LOL. But it gets a bit of a problem when your spouse or somebody that you're with starts depending on you. It should never be that way, things never always last. You should be able to depend on yourself at all times, whether you're a he or a she.
Hi, Danny. It's Kiasha from Chatsworth. In my house, I do the cooking, but I've also got 2 sons who I am teaching how to cook and raising them to be independent men so they don't have to rely on a woman. And if they have a woman in their life, it's not for the sole purpose of taking care of them because they'll be independent.
Hi, Danny. Diane from Hillcrest. My dad was a bachelor, out of home, cooking and looking after himself before he met my mom. But he seemed to lose most of that except for the cooking. He still did some cooking for us. My hubby cooks, cleans, does laundry, but still relies a lot on me. So I think the conclusion is, if they can have us do it, they'll get us to do it.
Hi, Danny. It's Sia here from Fairhead. So my granny used to say, if you're going somewhere, take someone with you. She was a firm believer in community, basically Ubuntu, and so I'm a firm believer in that wherever you are going, take someone with you, that we all get a piece of the pie.
Hey, Danny, this is Debuho from Pietermaritzburg. I think that the male equivalent of an independent woman is a domesticated man. And I definitely feel like they are not unicorns. They do exist. And I know this because I would consider myself one of them. So yeah, they exist.
Danny Gaselli, While You Work, East Coast Radio.